We're live on a Thursday. This is the Rich Lieberman Media Pulse. I want to talk about something that's become ever so everyday occurrence, unfortunately, in America, and that is another mass shooting, this one taking place at Florida State University. CNN, I want to give full props to because what they do in instances like this is something that nobody else can do, quite frankly. And that is have the availability of cameras and analysis. Sometimes the analysis is way, way, way early on. We don't know much about the situation. We don't know who the shooter was, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, in this case, we know a lot. We know that the shooter, who was one of the not the fatality, was taken into custody. He's in a hospital. Apparently, the son of a deputy in the community. Um, and there's a lot of chaos. Um, there's a lot of assortment of facts taking place all over the place. We don't know what to believe. We don't know what the situation is because, as has been the case so far, we hear the words fluid and ongoing situation. But CNN, with the availability of the cameras, with the availability of witnesses who, God bless them, how they're able to compose themselves, those who saw, heard what was taking place, and be able to give somewhat of an eyewitness account. I just flipped around. Fox had some ancillary coverage, but nothing near the detail nor the visuals that CNN had. MSNBC was completely off the case. They reported it, but they didn't have any kind of a reporter on scene. CNN had Nick Valencia, who amazingly was able to get eyewitness accounts. CNN covered the press conference early on. Again, folks, without editorializing, trying to keep in scope the report, the broadcast, the acumen that CNN had. These things are becoming so familiar now that CNN has on these two government people, one who used to work with the FBI, one who was a counterterrorism expert. And what are they talking about today? The latest mass shooting at, in this instance, Florida State. So when these things happen, and again, they're just happening with such occurrence that they've almost become a part of our daily lives. We hadn't had one for a while, but this one certainly is one that we take notice. At least two people are dead, and we had 5 injured, including the suspect. And of course, tonight we'll probably have more details as to what the motive perhaps was, if there was any, and a further analysis. But again, just to reemphasize, when you have situations like this taking place, I've been very critical, I have, of CNN for other things. Their commentary shows, their political shows, some of their so-called talking head shows. But when news breaks, especially like this, mass shootings and all that, CNN is usually the first on scene. And this goes all the way back to Columbine. That's, God, 25 years ago already. So, and in any event, they did a good job, unfortunately, in these circumstances, on a very, very difficult story to cover. This type of news coverage was first and foremost done very professionally and very thoroughly by CNN. I've criticized them many a times, as have others. When they do something good, we have to give them complimentary remarks here. So keep it tuned here. We'll be monitoring the situation, but I know a lot of you will take this into account. And thanks for watching my show.